Welcome to my channel, everybody. My name is Chrissy, and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading around finances. Now, I do have other videos and predictions on finances if you want to go check out my playlists on financial predictions. I've also got a lot of daily videos as well as I do monthly videos on. I've got predictions for August and September if you're interested in those. I'll leave August, actually my monthly one, over here because I do talk a lot about the housing situation and the current financial sort of housing collapse and crisis. And I will just close my eyes. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe as well and hit the bell notification, and you'll find out when my videos pop up. But I will just close my eyes and we'll get started and we'll see what comes through on finances. I'm getting these global elites and these people in power are counting their money. It's showing me them licking their finger and counting their wads of notes. And we're talking like wads of notes. They're not making little money out of all this. They're making big money. Now, we know here on my channel that Big Pharma and all these elite people implementing everything are still making good money, because they're still counting it. So we know there's all these little payouts that are going on from Big Pharma and BlackRock and Blackstone and Vanguard, and all these people are wanting to buy up the bargain housing that's about to come. We know that's coming. So I'm definitely seeing that still today. They're ready. Big corporate is ready to come in and do their big buy-ups, and I'm definitely getting that around finances today. So it's very important. And I actually said it the other day, that government and these people in wanting to take over and in power, they're sitting idle at the moment. It's like sitting idle in a vehicle when you're at a stop sign at a roadworks. You have to sit idle when you have your engine running and you're just waiting for that green light or that person to turn the stop go sign to go. This is what's happening with government. They're ready for their big go ahead because, of course, this is all going to come back to money. I'll just see where else we go with this, but that's what I'm definitely getting. They're still counting their money. And this is kind of like the guides are saying these leaders and these government and parliamentarians have got their like x-ray vision glasses on. They can see like through things, and they can see that if they get this agenda and all this renewables and financial pressure on people, it will allow things to roll out easier and allow them to implement the things they're wanting to, which of course will, as they can see with their x-ray vision glasses, that this will come to fruition and that there's big dollars to be made. I'm definitely getting that today. Yep, people are hurting around the financial crisis. It feels like they're being stabbed in the back by their government. God, we know that's happened here in Australia. I know it's happened with you in Canada. These government leaders are saying one thing, but they're implementing another. And this is what's hurting people, and they're feeling stabbed in the back. It's like, but you told us that, and now you're stabbing us all in the back. And this is financially. People feel like they're being stabbed in the back. It feels like they were lied to. And now the little people, which is all of us little peasants, I always call us, we're being stabbed in the back by government now because they've never cared about us. We've always known that on this channel, especially financially. They want us to hit rock bottom. They want people to go under so they can start to filter out their great agendas that are waiting over here, sitting idle in the background, and they can just start to pull everybody out and help everybody out. Makes me sick. Let me see where else we go with this today. Yeah, their agenda, this is the elites, their agenda is to keep shaking people up. It's like they've got this money box, and this represents the globe and the people, the little people. They've got all our money boxes and they're shaking them. You know, it's like when your brother or sister would come in your room and they'd shake your money box to see how much money you had in it, and you were scared your money would fall out. Well, now it's like these government leaders have got hold of your piggy bank or whatever, your tin or whatever you've got your money collected in, and they've taken the little screw thing off the bottom with the little suction plug or whatever, that the plug that releases the money. You got your slot at the top. Well, government leaders, they're shaking it now, and they're wanting to empty and drain people's purses and wallets. This is what they're doing. They're getting into everyone's savings. They're going to start touching everything, and they want that piggy bank to be dry. And this is for everybody out there. If you're watching my channel, we know this is coming, so we're sort of more prepared for it. A lot of us have been getting smarter, hiding our money away. We've been investing in silver and gold. People have been withdrawing a lot of money out of the banks in Canada, for example, where they touched and froze people's bank accounts, and no one's sort of borrowing a lot of extra money. If you know, you have to be wise to these things that are coming. So they're emptying people's not only bank accounts, but their piggy banks. They're taking everyone's last bit of change, and that is their goal. They want to eliminate cash out of society, as we know, which is going to be interesting, isn't it? Because I'm sure you guys find it too. Sometimes here the FPOS goes down a lot, and then there's no way to pay. And unless you've got cash, you can't pay. So it's going to be interesting moving forward as people find the internet is a little bit ordinary of late, even though they say they're improving everything. So this could also cause a lot of financial stress moving forward. But they're shaking all that last bit of cash and everything out of society as well. That's another indication of the piggy bank being drained. Oh, sorry, my dog's on the couch. He just moved the camera. And that's what I'm getting. They want to drain people of every last cent. Ugh. What monsters and tyrants we've got, as meanwhile they fill up their own pockets. It's showing me them filling up their pockets with all their little bags of gold and their jewels. Typical government elites, isn't it? I'll just see where else we go with this today on the financial front. And they're showing me like dollar signs, dollar signs, dollar signs, dollar signs, and it goes on like to infinity. And it's saying that these global elites and these people in power, they don't see dollars as an issue for them. Of course not. It's not an issue for them because in their mind, they can just print out more money and fix everything. So they know they're not going to be hurt and affected by any of this that they're rolling out. So there's just, they don't even have that fear, but they want to compound that fear in the smaller people. And this has always been their goal, to get rid of middle class. They want everybody to be squashed and put into this low socioeconomic sort of zone down here while they're up here. And all the while they can just keep dictating to us, and we'll all work for them. We'll work for corporate and for government. And that they can start to control everything. So this financial collapse is a big target for them at the moment. And look, the housing industry is just the start. That's just the base layer. That's like if you're making a sponge cake, that's just the first sponge. Usually you put sponge, jam, cream, then another sponge, then icing, and then decorations on the top. Well, no, we're only at the sponge level at the moment, and that's what they're giving me. We're just at the sponge level. That's what the housing is. It's just the base of the big financial cake that they're trying to make. That's funny, isn't it? I was just thinking about yesterday, we're talking about the pies in the face. We'd love to throw the cake in their face, wouldn't we? With all the cream and mush it all in. Hang on, let's see what else we get. Yeah, the financial burdens are just building on people now. It's showing me people are just like weighed right down. And they're showing me obviously a lot of small business. There's a lot of industries that are going to start to collapse because they can't. Look at the trucking industry, farm industry. They can't afford the fuel costs. They can't afford the overheads. We're not talking about small business anymore in this financial collapse. We're talking about big industries as well that may not be up at the elite and the, well-to-dos level. This is people who have had businesses for years, whether it be in construction. I'm getting so many things, mechanical, importers and exporting businesses. I'm getting a lot of this as well is starting to be wiped out because of the way the global economy is getting affected. It's starting to filter down now, and it's starting to affect even these larger privately owned businesses. They're gonna, my low mode came on my phone. They're even going to be affected as well now. So they're really trying to take people down with this financial takeover. I would call it a takeover. I'll just see if there's any closing messages around these finances today. Yeah, the guides are saying, look, we have to have the smarts. We have to have the smarts to move forward. And if you're here on my channel, you have a gift of seeing these things coming towards you. I always talk about it. It's just a knowing that we have. And then we kind of do our research, and then uncover things and we discover more. So financially, we've got to get smarter, we've got to be clever, we've got to be proactive as well at making changes in our life. And they're also saying that we've got to ignore a lot of what is being put out there. We have to also ignore a lot of that, because a lot of it, as we know, is just to put fear and anxiety and build that up in people, of course, because they keep giving us this dates. Have you noticed the amount of dates and deadlines for all this financial and global renewables? And when people put a deadline on something, it really brings fear up in people and people start to panic. Not us. If you're watching my channel, we don't panic anymore. We get frustrated and we get confused like everybody else does over here waking up, including ourselves. We get confused. I'm not saying we don't, because it has that ripple effect on us as well. But when it comes to all this dates and deadlines, we've got to like try somehow to remove that out of our sort of psyche, because we don't want to be dictated to by their government goals. We have to set our own goals, and this is financially, and that's why it's so important that you start to do your research. I talk about getting on and maybe looking up. There's a couple of guys on YouTube that I really love. I think they're called the Quack Brothers, KWAK. Yes, I'm sure that's them, and they're fantastic. They're so knowledgeable. They know about the reset finance. They're great financial gurus. There's so many others you can look up as well to help you financially. Look, I'm not a guru on that. I do predictions and things, and I get basic information. But if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty, maybe go and check out those guys, or just check out some other people that you might follow on YouTube, because this financial stuff is hitting hard now. So we've got to be more prepared for it as well, because that financial wave is about to crash and come towards people like a tsunami. But like I always say, when you see it coming, you can either run up to the hill and get on the mountain, as a lot of us do here on my channel, and you can stabilize yourself and get prepared for what's coming. And I always give that advice. So maybe go and check out some financial videos today. That would be my best tip in navigating this. I'll just see if there's anything else. Yeah, don't get overwhelmed. Just, we know they're going to try and make this a cashless society, but there's no need to like panic about that either. We know they're wanting to bring in the credit scoring, and everything's going to be about how this is all going to happen. And look, we know that that's quite viable because of the way they track and trace us. They've got things pretty much set up. The infrastructure's already there. We've got all digital. Gosh, I even think about cars. All the new cars have got the sat-nav and all that, so they can track and trace us. They know everything. It's something that we can't really stop at all. But what you've got to remember, and I always say this in sort of my daily videos, these people that are rolling out the Great Reset agenda, whether it be financial or what they're trying to implement, this is a trial for them too. Just like with the jab, these things are trials. They don't know how far to push people. They don't know how people are going to respond. So they still get pushbacks as well. So don't think that just because we're financially being taken down, that government's going to win all this, because people still fight back. And when it comes to finances and being kicked out of your home or something really drastic, you might lose your job, that's when people stand up and they fight back. So don't think for 1 minute that this financial event that's currently happening is just going to go because they've said they're going to do credit scoring, or it's going to go to plan, to perfection. Because as we know, with the pandemic and these other things, it hasn't, because people fought back, and they are continuing to fight back. We've got strikes here every day pretty much in Australia over people's wages, nurses, trains, you name it. Gosh, we even had the garbage truck drivers standing up for better wages the other day, because people can't afford the cost of living. So I'm going to leave you with that today. Just know that they do get knocked off their course. This rollout isn't just rolling out to perfection. So yeah, just do the best that you can. Go do your research, and I think it'll really help you moving forward with the financial crisis and tsunami wave that's probably coming towards people. But if you're prepared for it, it's like being forewarned is forearmed, isn't it? It's kind of that same sort of image that we're getting. So pop your shield up and protect yourself from the big tsunami, or run up the hill and join all of us over there. We love sitting on the mountains and the hills a lot here on my channel. So take care, everybody. Have a fantastic day. I'll say goodbye from Australia. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, of course, if you haven't, and go and check out my video here on August, the housing crisis. And go and check out some of my other videos. I've got tons on there that can help you as well on how to navigate this, I don't even know what you call it, circus show that we're currently being entertained by. Anyway, take care everyone, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye from Australia.